Good evening, and welcome to Teachers Talk, where we introduce teachers from around the world and see how they became to be in the world of education. Tonight we have a special guest all the way from the Golden State. She got credentials at UC Davis and loves Starbucks coffee. Please give a warm welcome to Mrs. Suzanne Frazier.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on the show. Were you able to get some Starbucks coffee on your way in?
I sure did.
How many cups?
Just two.
Only two?
That's all I need.
So, as we already know, you're a teacher of education. What grade do you teach?
I currently teach kindergarten.
Kindergarten. So, if you had the opportunity, would you teach any other grade than kindergarten?
I really like kindergarten. It's my heart and soul. But if I had to pick another grade, I'd probably go either first or second. But that's probably as high as I would go.
Is there a big difference between kindergarten, first grade, second grade? I know it's their age differences, but
Right.
Is there a big difference between education?
In the way education is going today, it's no longer how when we were in kindergarten, a lot of nap time and play stations. Right now, there's a lot of accountability where we're putting the learning back into the hands of the students. And so really, between kinder, first, and second, there's more of like a vertical alignment where there's a continuity that flows between what they are doing in kinder into first and second.
So each grade helps into the next level.
Yes.
So what makes kindergarten special then?
I really believe that kindergarten is special because they come with a blank slate. They are ready to learn. They're so excited. The little things get them excited. And if you think about how you know how to sign your name, you know how to hold scissors when you cut, everyday things, someone really had to teach us the placement of how our hands need to go, how our fingers need to move, and this is how our wrist moves when we write. That's where kindergarten comes in.
And that's you. That's you teaching these kids how to hold a pencil, how to, write their name and everything. That's you.
Yes,
So like the foundation.
It's a big part. A big part of kindergarten is laying that rock solid foundation.
So as you are the foundation for these young children in kindergarten, you had a foundation back in UC Davis where you got your schooling in.
Yes.
I know that education wasn't your mindset going to UC Davis.
Right.
You was actually going down the medical field. What made you change career fields?
I couldn't stand the sight of lead. I just made me really, really queasy. And I realized, oh my goodness, this is not going to be a good thing when I have a patient and I end up becoming the patient. So I knew I loved working with kids, and in my experience of working in the hospitals, in the pediatric units, I just really enjoyed working with children. And so I decided to dive into a field where kids were the focus. So and that's how I landed at Education Store.
Oh, wow. So if you had to think about the decision you made to change from medicine to education, did you ever think like maybe I should have stuck it out?
No, actually, I think making the switch was the best decision of my life. I wake up every morning and I'm really excited to go to work. I may be dead tired by the end of the day, and I'm just so exhausted, and my bed feels so good at the end of the day. But I'm truly, truly excited when my alarm goes off at 4:30 in the morning, because I'm ready to see my children. I'm ready to learn, because a lot of the times I do a lot more learning than they do.
So it's not about how much money you make, but how much of an impact you have.
Someone once told me that teaching was a work of heart, and that always stood with me. It has always stood with me, and this is my 5th year of teaching, and I really, truly believe that. Don't get me wrong, having a nice paycheck does help, but I'm also thankful that my kids, at the end of the day, they're excited to come back tomorrow, and I become a part of their family just as much as they become a part of mine.
I never knew that. I mean, I like your mindset about that. You mentioned that you had 5 years of experience. That's way more experience than I have in teaching. But within that experience, do you believe, because in our everyday lives, we're always messing with technology, whether it be cell phones, TV, computers.
Yes.
It's a daily part of our lives. Do you How much of an impact does technology have in the classroom for you and your children that you teach?
I limit my technology in the classroom because I do not believe that technology should do my job for me. Technology should be a resource. It should never take the place of teaching. It's a great, great tool to have, I believe, especially in today's world where kids are just glued to tablets and every game on there. I think it's a great asset to have in terms of teaching kids how to form their letters and learning how to count and learning how to manipulate words and sounds. I think it's a great asset, but the moment you rely on technology to do the teaching for you, I think you've taken a lot of the joy out of it.
Wow. Another great response to think that, hey, technology could, do that to our children, even to ourselves. But not to shed a negative light on technology, because you need technology to keep watching Teachers Walk.
You got it.
Teachers Talk. Please continue to tune into our show every Wednesday at 8 p.m. so we can keep meeting new teachers that are experienced as Mrs. Suzanne Frazier. Thank you for coming on the show tonight, and we hope that you continue to do great things in the world of education.